Representative Fye.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to call up Ira Appelman, Steve Marshall, and Robert Worrell. That will be the three remaining testifiers.
Hi, Ira. You want to get started?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chairman and members of the committee. I prepared a 3-minute statement, so I'll just read my 3-minute statement.
That'd be great.
My name's Ira Appelman. I live on Mercer Island. I oppose the current form of House Bill 1945 and related measures to study tolling on Interstate 90. The legislature is obligated to follow law and precedent, especially law and precedent that the legislature has created. The operation of I-90 between I-5 and I-405 is governed by a memorandum agreement, MA, signed on December 21, 1976 by King County, Metro, Seattle, Bellevue, Mercer Island, and for the state by the predecessor of the Transportation Commission. The legislature took specific action at that time to facilitate adoption of the memorandum agreement by amending RCW 47-52-180. The operation of the memorandum agreement can be seen from the recent 1998 to 2005 amendment that approved high-capacity transit in the I-90 bridge center lanes and was accepted by this legislature, which provided some funds to facilitate transit. The draft EIS lists the memorandum agreement as a local regulation and states that the project, quote, is guided by a steering committee made up of, unquote, the parties of the memorandum agreement. The draft EIS for that project reports that, quote, in February 1999, the steering committee decided to proceed with the preparation of the NEPA environmental assessment, and later, quote, in July 2001, the steering committee decided to, not WSDOT, the steering committee decided to proceed with the preparation of the NEPA-SEPA EIS. Scoping followed in the fall of 2001. The amended memorandum agreement parties include also Sound Transit. The memorandum agreement, section 14 requires, as accepted by all parties, that the parties concur before any actions, including environmental analysis, go forward. WSDOT's current environmental assessment violates the memorandum agreement as recognized by all parties. I offer the following two-paragraph amendment to HB 1945. Section 2, new paragraph 5. Current and future studies of Interstate 90 between Interstate 5 and Interstate 405 shall be guided and supervised by a steering committee consisting of the parties to the December 21, 1976 memorandum agreement as amended. And the next paragraph is Section 2, new paragraph 6. The Department's current and future studies, reports, and recommendations concerning Interstate 90 between Interstate 5 and Interstate 405 shall be done consistent with Section 14 of the December 21, 1976 Memorandum Agreement as amended. The legislature expects Washington citizens to voluntarily follow the laws it passes, despite objections and inconvenience. Without substantial voluntary compliance, the legislature does not have the resources to enforce its laws. Therefore, the legislature should strictly follow law and precedent to set a good example. I urge this committee to assure that law and precedent is followed by the state for studies of I-90 between I-5 and I-405. Thank you. And I'd like to, can I submit my written comments?
Yes, you can. Just give it to staff.
Thanks.
Good. Get it to us. Who's next, Steve or Robert?